his kick is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, we talked about Phillip Lindsay so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018. The Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl in 10 months, that's pretty clean living for Phillip Lindsay.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming.
On 2nd down now, it's Lindsay. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
Yeah, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Faking the give to Lindsay. Here's Locke. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
On the ready.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get the football pretty quickly.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Go, go!
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsay. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down at the Colts 33.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Rock it.
3rd and 2, Locke's going to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Well, the Broncos had 15 fourth down conversions last year, most in the NFL, and they're going here.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Hey, Zoo. Hit it.
Locked to throw for it on 4th. Looking left side, and it's complete. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
It's a gain of 20.
Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in with the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
At the 13-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
The running game's playing a huge part in getting them down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
Hey, Echo. You.
Shotgun snap to Locke. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Xavier Rhodes, the cornerback, there in coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Look at me. Go.
A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Phillip Lindsay, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 50-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hey, check 25.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he's got room. Pass. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Ready?
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
Denver.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Locke. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 23 yards on the play.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Now Gordon on first down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Wahoo! Check. Line's 59. Line's 59.
From the 27, Locke. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. The linebacker Darius Leonard applied the heat. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
Hey, Team 6. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Ready?
Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout. One more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. 3 down. Come. Check three.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Love looking deep for Hilton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Ready?
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
First down, Broncos.
On the set. 50, Mike, 50. And we're pretty quiet, team. We're pretty quiet. Wide, get wide.
On first down, Locke. He's got his man on the crossing route. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Number 18.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Locke to throw. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 30. Sutton is part of a good young receiving core for the Broncos. They liked Sutton enough last year. They traded away Demaryius Thomas, if you remember, halfway through the season. And Sutton, he responded. Rookie campaign, had over 700 yards, 42 catches for the man from Brenham, Texas, which is located halfway between Houston and Austin. There to stop him was Darius Leonard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. Locke to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. The end result, 21 yards.
On the double. Hey, we got Mike 50, yeah? That's right, man. Hey, lock it. Kill.
They'll run with Lindsey, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Phillip Lindsey with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need it.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack his second touchdown of the afternoon, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first two drives of the third quarter, one for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
Ready. 15, Ronnie. 15, Ronnie. You can't block me. You can't block me. Deep grip.
On first down, right back to Lindsey. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Running right, it's a handoff to Gordon. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That second down play nets a -4. That makes third down a lot more interesting.
It certainly does. How about the example of situational football there and his ability to think the play through? 2nd and short, not anticipating a passing play, sold out and made a great tackle, which brings up third down.
Hey, foxtrot. Hey. Watch the blood. Now. Here we go. Hey, exit. Mike 50. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. 5.
To throw on third down. Lock. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
Let's go.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Crunch. 12. 91 is the mic. Watch the run. Check 91. 91 is the mic.
Out of the gun. Lock. Going deep for Walker. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Check 50. 12. Check 91.
From the gun, here's Locke. Looking deep for Hilton. It got his man complete. The 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, Cowboys have now moved out in front. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. Hey, that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Broncos first down.
Block now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10.
Go, go. Look, squeeze. We want it. Come to my world. Shoot.
On first and 10, here's Locke. He completes this to Sutton. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll run on first down. Lindsey, and he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. The last run got 6, now second and 4.
Hey, stand off. Check 26, check 26. Check, check, check. Get it.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
At the 24-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5.
Hey, Charlie.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Check the out, check the out, check the out. Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
General West. Go.
They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Smooth.
To throw it is Locke. And that will be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So on 4th down, out-trots the kicker in a big spot here. He connected on his first, this from 41. And McManus able to put it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Officially an even 100 yards coast to coast on the kick return. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. A big-time special teams play here in the 4th quarter to extend their lead.
And coaches preach it all the time. If you can score on special teams, your chances of winning the game really jump up in a big way. Now, I'll let our analytics friends quantify it and give us the exact numbers, but that's what coaches talk about all the time, that extra momentum, that extra bounce you get from a special team score.
I don't have any analytics friends. Those are your friends.
I'll claim them.
So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Phillip Lindsay, 67 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. Extra point from McManus is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game to the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. A big spot now for the rookie lock. Here's Lindsay. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Tighten up. Hey, Alpha.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a 1-score game. On 2nd and goal. Block. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Lindsey, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. An 8-yard touchdown run, and the Broncos have once again taken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return. Now it's locked. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there.
It's a gain of 15 yards and moves to 3rd down.
Shift. 6-6. Pull it high.
Back to throw. He finds an opening past the 40. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
They come out here in the eye. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Mack. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. So many practices we watched over time where the offense works on scoring late in the game and finding a way to win, as we just saw there.
Just saw it right there. Now can they preserve that advantage that they just got? Extra point right down the middle, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. 1-possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. They'll look to throw. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
Snap.
He'll look to throw. A crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
One more extra point attempt for good measure. It's up and it's good as they tack on one more to what's going to be a very satisfying victory. So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end. And, you know, some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time. And they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for the Colts, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Denver, the perfect season was apparently not meant to be as they drop to 7-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem